Oh, good morning. I'm Steven, and I'm doing problem set number 7, problem number 3, and I have this mini whiteboard here with me this time around. So, number 3 says that I think the dog's name is Spot. He has a hexagonal doghouse. So I'm going to draw the hexagonal doghouse here. And it says that he's tethered to it at one vertex, so it could be any of them, but I'm choosing this one to demonstrate. And the hexagon is or the doghouse has side length 1 yard, and he's tethered to a leash of length 2 yards. And it wants us to find out the area of, I guess, grass that's outside of his doghouse he can travel on, the total area outside of the doghouse. So if you look, if you take the maximum distance he can travel, which is the maximum distance of the leash 2, and he can travel any distance between there and the maximum length of the leash, that would just create a circle, because that's the set of points equidistant from this point. So everything that's 2 yards away he can reach, until his leash is right up against the doghouse like this. And so if he could travel the full 2 yards from this point, this direction, then his leash would have to go through the doghouse. But since the doghouse is a solid object, the leash will actually pivot on this vertex, and 1 yard of the leash will be up against the doghouse, and 1 other yard will be pivoting on this vertex, making a circle of 1 unit for the rest of the area he can go. So this is a circle of 2, radius 2, as you can see. I know the drawing's kind of bad, but... And then he can go all the way up to here, where it's up against the wall. Okay, so that's the radius of 2. And then it pivots up against this vertex, and then there's the circle of radius 1. But they're not full circles, right? They're just arcs, or not arcs, they're sectors. That's what they're called. And so we know that the interior angle of a hexagon, it's a regular hexagon, is 120 degrees. If you don't have that memorized, there's the formula n minus 2 times 180 over the number of sides. So 6 minus 2 is 4 times 180 divided by 6. That should give you 30 times 4, which is 120. Okay, so that's how we get that, 120 degrees. So that means that he can, the total, the number of degrees in this sector is 240 degrees, or 2/3 of a whole circle. And so that would be 2/3 times the area of a circle formula, pi times the radius, which is 2 squared. So that's for the big 2 circle. And then for the 2 pivots here, these are of length 60 degrees, because when it pivots, it creates a supplementary angle with the 120 degrees, and so this is these add to 180. So this 60 degrees creates 1/6 of a circle, or both of them together make 1/3. 1/6 plus 1/6 is 1/3, and so plus 1/3 times pi times the radius of these sectors, which is 1 squared. And so this ends up being 4 times 2, so that's 8/3 pi plus, can you see that? I'm going to have to make sure that you can see that. Plus 1/3 pi is equal to 9/3 pi, which is equal to 3 pi. And so that is the answer for the total area that Spot can travel around his doghouse.